Hello everyone and welcome to Erebos Gaming. We've got another side quest for you here on Lightning Returns, and this is What Rough Beast Slouches, and this is a side quest for the biggest, baddest boss in the game. So I'll let this play out and I'll catch up to you after the dialogue.
Unusual aura about you. I sense that you have overcome great trials in your life. Terrible trials.
I'll take that as a compliment.
I'm sorry. My intentions are pure. It's just that I see you must be a formidable warrior, and I am in need of one such.
Tell me about it.
My name is Nolan. I have spent the last few centuries trying to prove a certain theory. There is said to be a beast with frightful power beyond anything before seen, and I have discovered the secret behind it. I am quite certain now. Its existence is linked to the ending of this world. Fascinating, don't you think?
And you want me to fight it, is that it?
Indeed. You are as intelligent as I thought. This is my theory. When the balance is tipped, and this world is finally swallowed by the chaos, that is when the beast will attain its true physical form, inspiring fear and despair in all who see it.
A monster that only appears when the world ends.
Indeed. In the past few days, I've seen a dramatic change in the data. According to my calculations, which are based on my hypothesis, the monster may have already manifested.
You have proof it even exists?
I know that it has appeared at least once before in this world. I've found records that suggest it appeared 500 years ago, the day that time stopped and the world was broken. The wave of terror, as all humanity realized their impending doom, surely summoned the beast.
So what happened after it appeared?
It only achieved physical form for a very brief time. Then it disappeared back to wherever it came from.
Because the world didn't end back then?
That is my theory. I don't imagine we will be so lucky this time around. All indications are that the world is truly ending this time. The data is clear on that. I want you to prove that my theory is correct. Yes, I want you to find the beast and defeat it for me.
Why worry about one monster now of all times?
There is a corollary to my theory. I believe that this beast comes from outside of this broken dimension. Unlike those of us living here, its body has not been affected by the warping of our time. There is something I wish to test, and I will need a sample of its flesh to do so. So what do you say? Will you hunt down the extra-dimensional beast for the sake of science?
An enemy that is not of this world. Right. I think I can handle that.
Oh. So you will help me?
I might as well. I'll probably end up having to fight it anyway.
I am confident that you will be able to hunt down the beast. Don't forget to collect my samples.
Got it. Yeah, I'll do whatever I can.
There is not much time left until the end of the world. I will spend it waiting for your return.
Right, to take out Aeronite you need a specific garb setup, and the reason I'm using this setup is because I'm going to take out Aeronite in a Chaos Infusion. So we're making it the strongest enemy in any of the Final Fantasy series. So Soldier of Peace is for Artemis' arrow. Then we've got Vengeance, which is a combination of magic resistance, the stagger ability, and a combination of Rav. And then we've got the Cyber Jumpsuit, which is magic immunity, and we use that by using the Cyber Suit, the Predator Hood, and the ring that gives you magic damage resistance. So here's Aeronite. You'll see him around once you've triggered this quest, day 7+, and it's in a Chaos Infusion. And we're going to start this off by focusing on trying to get him staggered. And here you can see 57 million HP, 52 million because I got him on a good stagger. So what you need to focus yourself on is you need to combine ATB management with the moves that he's doing. So you need to make sure you switch to your magic immunity class and then switch back to your lightning, arrow, and you need to keep on doing that. Make sure you switch back to your immunity class, and when he does this magnet, you need to make sure you're far away. If you're not, make sure you switch to your class or it'll hurt. Again, I switched a bit too early there, but if you stay away from him, it won't do that attack. And unfortunately, this isn't a speed run, this isn't anything special at all. It's just showing you how you can take out the biggest, baddest boss in the game by using a standard setup that should be available to you on the first run of hard. Now this, you need to time this perfectly. When the screen goes in, you'll see it in a second. You need to make sure you're guarding. If you don't guard, it will hurt. There, you see that screen? Do. There, perfect guard, no damage. Make sure you wait for the aftershock as well, and then go back to it. Fogger, again, make sure you switch. If you don't switch, you'll take some damage. As you can see, I'm pretty low health now. Again, he's now scaled up, so he's using the Aga magic attacks. Again, just make sure you keep on doing the same sort of moves, switching when you stagger him like that. Make sure you're safe. Go in, give yourself a boost. This is where you need to ensure that you've got hero potions. So a combination of hero potions and using the overclock ability with Artemis's arrow should hopefully give you the ability to take out the biggest boss. This is just a personal achievement of mine. I just wanted to take him out, wanted to see if I could do it on a hard run, and here's the proof. This is a first hard run, so I've gone through on normal and then I've gone through on hard. Done the majority of the quests available to me. I haven't skipped through anything or tried to avoid anything. I've gone through the game as you would normally, and I'm here taking out Aeronite. Now you can see I'm doing absolutely no damage to him. Don't worry about that. The regen that he's giving himself is going to keep his life at full. What you need to do is get him staggered the 4 times, and then you can go at him. It's all time based as well. If you haven't fought Aeronite before, be aware that after a certain time period he will just get bored and fly away. That's why I have to use this moveset. Not because I can't take him out. If I could probably take him out without having to overclock, but again, because it's time based, it's a bit difficult. And on his 3rd stagger phase, he'll be using the big attacks, you know, flare, surge, those really big attacks. So you just need to be a bit more patient because they do take a lot more time to hit. You need to wait for it to finish and then go straight back into it with your thunderers, arrowers, repeating that tactic all the way through. You don't have to worry about anything else. Don't worry about your life too much. You can't really spend any time focusing on getting your life back up. You need to be making sure you stagger him at the perfect time. Now that I've staggered him, I'm going to use some Nectar of the Gods, Omega, which is available from a side quest that you can do in XIII next to the slaughterhouse. This will give you a bravery and faith boost. All we're going to do is we're just going to go do some light attacks, build up my ATB. Unfortunately I missed there, but you'll get what I'm getting at here. I have to wait for the attacks and you get some nice damage there, so you know, max damage. And you have to be careful because he will use the Aga Rav attacks again, but you can come at him with Artemis's arrow. You just want to repeat that, repeat it, and this is why it becomes a bit of a pain. You have to speed it up. So all I'm going to do here is hit him with some heavy slashes and then overclock Artemis's arrow. This is the only viable solution for a lightning character that you have not built and you haven't run through hard several times to get the max stuff. It is doable. It's a bit of a grind. You probably have to spend a good 50 to 100 hours on it, but you should be able to nail Aeronite with a 5-star in his chaos infused state. To get hero potions, you can get them from the main area where you start each day. You just need to talk to, what's his name now? Forgot his name, it's on the tip of my tongue. Oh man, I can't remember his name. It'll come to me. But you talk to the main guy there and you can buy hero potions and it'll cost you 2 EP. Get as many as you can. They come in handy. The main reason for them is haste. Again, this is based on time, it's speed, so you need haste. If you get haste, you'll be able to throw out a bunch of Artemis's arrows, then overclock, and again Artemis's arrows until your overclock's full. Make sure you've got the ability to restore, so make sure you're carrying either ethers or turbo ethers. You can get turbo ethers off pretty much nearly anybody. I failed there dramatically, so I'm going to get myself fully back up. yeah, you can get turbo ethers from talking to the community members, and you should be able to buy turbo ethers pretty effectively. If not, unappraised items, if you appraise them, you could get lucky and drop a couple of turbo ethers, and they give you a nice EP boost. So again, you can see that we're just going straight in with the overclock. Artemisia's arrows, it's just rinse and repeat. That's all it is. Nothing else to it. Give myself a bravery boost, wait for this tornado to disappear, and I failed again. So I'm very I'm wanting to get it. Speed is, you need to time it perfectly. Running through Aeronite a couple of times, his movesets are not difficult at all. You just need to time everything perfectly. And because this is time based, this is why I'm rushing through it. I wanted to make sure I can take Aeronite out in his chaos infused state. I have got a video up of taking Aeronite out without using overclocks, and that's in the normal state, and I get a 5-star on that. Not the best, I'm not trying to accomplish some speed run, but just shows you that you can take him out pretty easily once you know how he is using his moveset. So now I'm getting a bit shy. I've got a couple of refreshers, some turbo ethers, and a single hero's potion left. I've got about 2/3 of his life down, so we're on 1/3 left. It is a massive amount of HP to deal with. Some of the recommendations that I can, if you've got your lightning pretty powered up, I'd get familiar with whirlwind kick. You can do some serious damage with that if you get perfect timing. That's pretty much my only recommendation for taking this guy out if you're going for some sort of record, is whirlwind kick perfect, and you should be able to through maybe 3 or 4 of the kicks should be at 999 damage. And again, let's just say there's nothing special about this. I just wanted to do it. I thought I'd show you guys that you can do it as well. It's not difficult at all. In terms of his difficulty, well, you know, Aeronite is just a big dragon with a load of health. You can abuse the Garb system to give yourself immunity. I'm not too sure if that's abusing it or if it's there for that reason, because I can't imagine any other way of being able to take him out without doing that. There may be some people that have done it. Kudos to them if they have. But we're coming towards the end of his life now, and this is all about speed, hence why the overclock's been used. And a couple more hits, we should get there. Biding his time with these aerograph attacks. And we are almost there. Can we get him? Can we get him? It's going to be close. Come on. Yo, it's taking a beating. Ah. It's intense. There we go. So there we go. Aeronite, Chaos Infused, taken down on your first run on hard. It's a bit of a dirty tactic, you are combining overclock, but you know, there you go. A wicked 0-star and 1 score. Not very impressive at all, but like I said, the purpose of this video was to show you that you can take him out and you don't have to be ridiculously overpowered to do it. Some strange tactics there, but they all work. Garb management, ATB management, and overclock management. It'll work a treat and you'll do it justice. So have a go, let me know if you can pull it off. Like I say, it's not that difficult. Understand how it works and you should be done in no time. Now in terms of what this bad boy drops for being chaos infused is pretty damn good. Look at that, 450k gil. You get Disaster level 2, you get the Monster Flesh, which is the quest item, get some Crystal Malistone, Demonic Forge Fire and Holy Forge Fire. They are the top end items to upgrade your weapons and shields. So once you've completed that, you want to go, well actually I'll show you this first. In terms of what it drops the Falcon Charm. Now I haven't used this, but I can imagine it could be pretty good in certain setups. I'll show you what it does. It gives you a ATB recovery of plus 70, so it increases your speed. It's basically like putting haste on yourself, nearly doubling your ATB speed, so that could come in very useful. And Disaster gives you a maximum HP of plus 500. I don't see, that's just, well, I don't know. It gives, yeah, it could be useful, it could not be useful. Anyway, let's get back to the quest. So return back to Noah.
Took a while, but I got what you wanted.
Oh, so you have actually done it. With this material, I can conclude my research and prove all of my hypotheses.
So, how is that stuff gonna prove your theories? Are you gonna run tests on it?
Yes, a test of sorts. I shall take this sample and eat it.
Did you just say eat?
That beast came from outside this world. It is not part of the warped time in which humanity now lives. It has something that we, with our ageless lives, now lack. Thus I theorize that by eating of its flesh and making it one with my own, I may be able to escape my timeless state. I trust you understand the implications.
You had me hunt this thing down, and now you want to eat it? All so that you can grow old again?
Precisely. I wish to age and die, as was once normal for humans. I'll finally be able to experience it for myself, to feel as this body, unchanged for 500 years, finally withers, life fleeing at last.
So you want to die of old age?
I want to experience everything life has to offer. I was lucky enough to be born and to live. Why wouldn't I wish to also grow old and die?
I suppose, if you look at it that way, aging and dying don't seem too bad.
No, they don't. And now I'll finally be able to achieve this last great goal, thanks to you. The only thing I fear is the taste. It looks terrible.
You better savor every bite. Another of life's experiences.
Of course, I truly do appreciate this boon. I knew that if anyone could help me achieve my dream, it would be you, the savior.
So you knew who I was?
I could tell at once that you have joined this world from another time. That's why I was sure you would be able to help me. Please accept my most sincere gratitude. I'm so terribly grateful that I got to meet you before the end.
So there you go. This is quest complete, and all that work so he could eat the monster flesh to live a normal life. Strange, but you know, whatever floats your boat. For completing this, you get 8,200 gil, and for the first time running through it, you get Pro's Beret. And stat wise, pretty damn good. 160 to your HP, 12 to strength, and 16 to magic. So I hope you all enjoyed, and we'll see you on the next one.